Hey everyone, my name is Josh, and this is the Star Wars Toys YouTube channel. And today we're going to unbox a 6-inch Black Series. This is a First Order Stormtrooper. So let's go cut this guy loose. Alright everyone, here we are with a First Order Stormtrooper, and this is the newest release of the First Order Stormtrooper, and we're going to unbox this guy today. But before we get there, I just want to ask everyone, if you're enjoying the channel, if you're enjoying the videos, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have your support here. But let's get back to unboxing this First Order Stormtrooper. So this is the First Order Stormtrooper that was released on Force Friday back on October 4th. And so he's the newest release, and if you follow Black Series, you know they're numbered, and he is number 97 in the line. And then of course on the back of the box here we have a quick description of the character, and I'll go ahead and read that for you guys. First Order Stormtrooper. The First Order's infantry units are trained from birth, given unit designations instead of names, and fed a steady diet of First Order propaganda to ensure absolute loyalty. So they have issued this figure several times over, and believe it or not, they actually do repack on the Black Series, which means they just put the same figure in different packaging. So if you want to get the First Order Stormtrooper, they issued one back on number 4 in the line, and came out way back in 2015, but he does not come with the riot shield and the baton. And so if you want to get this character and this figure and you're having trouble finding it, or you want it in a different packaging, they actually released this figure in 2 other versions in different packaging, and the first one came out in, I believe it was 2015, and it's a Target exclusive 2-pack, and it is Poe Dameron from The Force Awakens, and then also a First Order Stormtrooper, and you can see he comes with the riot shield and baton. And then they also did an Amazon exclusive that was a really fancy deluxe version of this figure that came with a whole bunch more accessories, and he comes in real fancy packaging with a sleeve, and he just has a lot of little bells and whistles that come with him. So if you're just looking for a different version, maybe one that's a little cheaper or not in this packaging, there are other versions of this figure out there, and it's just to let you know they do repack Black Series sometimes. So, and I kind of understand why they do it. They're just trying to, I guess, maximize their production capabilities. But we're gonna unbox this guy. Let's stop talking about him. Let's get our hands on him, because I'm kind of curious to see what else is in this box. I'm kind of hoping that, I was hoping there was going to be more accessories in the spot there where you can't see in the box. But as you can see, we get the shield and the baton, and then you also get a little blaster. So let's get these things out of here and see how this guy interacts with these things here. So, and of course I know everyone likes to buy multiple troopers so you can army build. And also right now, if you're looking for a good deal on this guy without the but shield and baton, check Ollie's. If you have an Ollie's near you, they've been getting a lot of Black Series in lately. So, and I have found a couple of these at Ollie's. But as you can see, he's just a pretty standard Stormtrooper. And what you have here, this is a little basically a holster for the pistol, and I'll show you how that works later, guys. And then okay, that's not supposed to come out. I thought the little capsule on the back was actually going to pop out. It comes loose a little bit, but it does not come off. It's actually attached to the belt there. And you can see he has a couple little pouches on his belt. And the belt is molded to him. It's molded to the lower half of him. And really, other than that, he is a pretty standard Stormtrooper. Nothing really special about him. And we will see how he interacts with his accessories here. But let's run through the movements of this guy, or his articulation. So on the head, you have a full rotation and a little bit of up and down movement. And I think that's mostly because the helmet is so big. And then coming down here on the shoulders, you have up and down movement at the shoulder. And you can see how the armor plating actually goes under the chest plate. And then you should have a rotation. And then at the elbow, you have a rotation and up and down. And same thing at the wrist, you should have a rotation. And you have a little up and down, like palm to back of the hand movement, but it's a little bit restricted due to the arm piece here. And then on the other hand, I'm trying to see if the articulation on both wrists is the same, and it appears to be. It's from palm to back of the hand and not the other way, from pinky to thumb. And then coming down on his chest here, you should have rotation, and it feels like there's a ratchet gear in there, so it kind of clicks into position. And then you also, wow, okay, so you have a little bit of forward and back, and you can see how they hid the articulation under the armor plating there. I love when they do that. And then coming down here to the leg, you should have side to side, forward to back movement. And then also they have a point of articulation up here at the top of the leg where you can rotate it. But you can see the armor on the leg is hitting the crotch piece there, so you're limited on movement on his leg rotation. And then coming down to his knee, you should have forward and back. And same thing at the ankle, you should have forward and back. And then full rotation. All right, very cool. So let's see how he interacts with these accessories. And we'll start out with his pistol. And it's just a standard pistol with white highlights. And so what you'll notice about the pistols, if you look here on the side, there's like a little tab that sticks out. And so what that's for is you want to insert that onto the slot in the armor. And most of the first order troopers have this. So it's a pretty cool little feature. It's like a little holster. It's in there real tight. It's not coming out. Oops, I hit it with my thumb. Not fair. Okay, so very cool. And you can see he almost reaches it with his hand too. So it's like really well lined up really well. And real quick, just because we're talking about his hands, let's look at the difference in his hand sculpts. And so you can see his right hand, you have the trigger finger out a little bit further than his left hand. So there is a slight difference, and they do that for a reason. So the blaster lines up with his trigger finger, or the trigger guard. So let's see how he interacts with this thing. And this is what I'm talking about here. So you can see how the trigger finger goes right into the trigger guard of the blaster and looks really good in there. And it's in there nice and tight. And then real quick, just because I want to be thorough, let's see. Does it fit in the other hand? Yeah, it does, but he doesn't really have a grip on it, and it's loose, and you can see what I mean with why the trigger finger lines up. And so this trigger finger is out a little bit, but it's not nearly as much, and so that's the reason he doesn't really hold it. And I think this arm may be set up more for the riot shield. We'll check that out. But so you can see how it's loose because he doesn't have the finger in there. And then if you do kind of position it where the finger goes in there, which you can do, you can see the gun is in his hand like at a crooked angle. So it doesn't look natural, and it's kind of It just doesn't work. So the pistol is designed to be in his right hand. So then moving on here, we have the Baton. And of course, you remember they used these in The Force Awakens. And I believe Finn used this weapon in Last Jedi as well, or something similar to it. But it is got some flexibility to it. And actually, oh, okay, very cool. I didn't know it did that. So, okay. So you can spin the tip out and around, and very cool. Because remember, they did that in the movie. He hits the little button and swings his arm, and then it extends the end pieces out. So, very cool. That's a nice little feature. Okay, so let's take a look at, and you can see the only thing he really has to hold on to it with is this little silver handle. Let's see how he interacts with this thing. And just looking, because the handle's a little bit bigger than the pistol, I'm thinking the Baton is going to go in his left hand. He's got a good grip on it. It's not coming out. Very cool. And just to be, yeah, see, it looks as though you could force this Baton in there, but because the handle's so much bigger than the pistol, I don't really want to do that, because it looks like you're going to stretch the fingers out of the hand. And to be honest with you guys, if you look into the palm of his hand, you can actually see where they molded like the same shape as the pistol grip into his hand, so it fits in there perfectly. So I really do think the only thing you want to be putting in this hand is the pistol. Okay, so the final little accessory we have is this riot shield, and it has like little spikes or points sticking out there, and they're painted black, and then you have a little triangle in the center. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be like a little window or something, maybe. And then when you look on the back, you can see it's pretty simple. They just have two loops where you're gonna slide his hand through. So because the Baton fits in this hand, I'm gonna run with the assumption that you want to fit the riot shield into his other hand here. So I thought it was going to be pretty simple to slide this thing in here. I'm trying to get it. There we go. So you want to kind of click. You're not getting it totally gripping in his fingers, but I just got the thumb snapped over the handle, and you could hear it click in. And then of course you have the other wrist piece, and very cool. Looks good. Not coming off. It's actually in there really tight, really well. And then just to be thorough, let's put all his accessories on him so that cool, he can interact with everything all at once. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the Baton in shortened mode, or short mode, I guess. Oops, I popped the pistol out there. It does, the pistol is staying in his leg, the little leg snap really well. It's just if you touch it with your hand, it does kind of come out. So I'm just trying to put him in a action type pose. All right, guys. There he is. Let's give him what I call my final little test here, and see if this guy stands on his own. All right, and he absolutely does. All right. right, everyone, there he is, number 97 in the Black Series line. This is the First Order Stormtrooper with the riot shield and baton. And thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the videos. I hope you like the figure reviews. And if you do, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love to have your support here. And thanks for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.